All right, y'all, good credit is a necessity if you want to be financially sound, but it's a struggle for many folks in this country, including African Americans. And so black folks are 2 times more likely to be sued for debt collections than any other group. We are also 30% more likely to receive a subprime mortgage rate with the same FICO score as white Americans. Well, let's break this thing down. How can you improve your numbers? My next guest is an expert in this, Nicole Sanchez, founder of eCredit Hero. Can you tell us about this online tool? So, all right, so what's this tool that can help us with our credit score?
Oh, absolutely. So eCredit Hero we've created a free credit repair tool that helps you fix errors on your credit report and then take you on a path from credit 0 to hero.
Okay, and so what's the process? And so explain it. What exactly is it?
Sure. So the way credit repair works is that you as a consumer have the right that everything in your credit report is not only accurate but verifiable. The reality, though, is that 4 out of 5 credit reports have some kind of error, and about 50% of credit reports have either a duplication or incorrect status. The challenge, though, is fixing it. Most of the time, you're going to have to pay hundreds of dollars to a professional, and at eCredit Hero, we've created a free program for you to get those errors fixed on your credit report.
And so, I mean, and look, we just saw where the credit agencies this week were slapped with a $23 million fine. I still have a problem with these publicly traded companies literally determining the financial success of people all across this country for a car, for a house, but also now these days to even get phone service or light service. I mean, we have allowed them to literally control everybody's life when it comes to credit.
Right. So credit is your financial passport. It's going to be used not only for home ownership, for starting a business, but it's also going to be used with about 50% of job checks. What we know is that African Americans are disproportionately impacted by these credit errors, and that's why we created this tool to fix that solution.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, suppose it's not an error. You go in, you were unable to pay bills 6, whatever the reasons are, and they're there. And you're starting to make a payment back and forth on it. How long does it take? What is the process? You contact them.
Sure.
You know it's your debt.
Yes. So that's one of the things that we have to educate users on. So because navigating this is almost like navigating the tax code. So if right, and again, even if we've helped users who maybe had a couple missed payments, but they have been sold and resold. So instead of showing up as 2, they're showing up as 12. That's an issue, right? That's what you need to fix. You need to start with identifying those errors in your credit report, creating challenge letters, which is what our program does completely for free, and disputing those with the credit bureaus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But wouldn't you say it's also, critically important, especially for our community, for at the front end for us to be financially literate and credit literate so that we don't make the mistakes that would get us into the situation where we would have to use an e-credit.
Exactly. So the beauty of my program is it's not just about fixing errors. We actually help educate you for repairing and rebuilding your credit. The vast majority of Americans have no idea of how credit works. And so it's not just, let me dispute. Here are the 5 components, once this disputing is happening, about what else you need to be doing to managing and building the positive history.
Because I thought, like for instance, I thought for the longest, what the highest credit score was, for the longest, it was like 700, 800. Right. Now all of a sudden it's 900?
No, it's 850. So the highest credit score is going to be 850 in your most traditional models. But what you're going to
also the credit agencies say that no one can actually achieve that level. I'm trying to figure out, how can you score 1,600 on SAT, get a perfect score, but you have a model where no one can ever achieve it? That's bogus.
Yeah, so the majority of Americans have subprime credit. It's something we don't talk about. 56% of Americans have subprime credit.
That means below 720.
Yeah, below 680. There's even a lack of definition on how that is defined. But the reality is that the majority of Americans have credit issues. 1 in 3 Americans have some form of collection. So let's just get real comfortable that this is common. But that is why we've created this program to not only provide access, but the solutions. There's so much information that people get overwhelmed. You need someone to help you, and that's what we do.
All right, so where can folks get more information?
eCreditHero.com.
All right, then. We'll surely appreciate it. Thanks a bunch.
Kickstart your day at 7 and get the news you need from the perspective you want. NewsOne Now with Roland Martin. Every weekday morning at 7 on TV1.